Happy Sunday, everyone. Hopefully everybody had a good week and you're having an even better weekend, and you're feeling rested and recharged for the week ahead of us. Today we're going to be opening up two ETBs of the Paldean Fates Elite Trainer boxes that just released. So I know I said last weekend that I probably wouldn't be uploading any videos this weekend because I was actually going to be going up to see some of my friends and family. However, as you can tell by the sound of my voice, I ended up catching something. So unfortunately, it wasn't a good idea for me to go. Wasn't feeling the best anyways, but it is something that can spread, and just didn't want to get any of my friends or family sick in that, so ended up staying home for the weekend. So of course it was a big bummer, not to be able to go up and see them. On top of that, one of our plans was we were actually going to be doing some card shopping in his local area because he's got a lot of goodies up there and a lot of really good stores. But unfortunately, we missed that. We also missed them. So happy birthday, buddy. Anyways, sorry I couldn't be up there with you. But my wife, God bless her, she did go out on my behalf and actually picked up two of these Elite Trainer boxes that she was able to find. So we're going to be opening these today, so at least we'll have a video this weekend. Like I said, yeah, I am feeling a little bummed that I didn't get to go up there and kind of showcase off some of the cool things that he has up around his area. But, that's the nice thing in that. We can always do that again some other time. But for today, we're going to get right into these. So we're just going to kind of go through like any other Elite Trainer box in that. So on the front here, we have Mimikyu, and this is going to be the English version of the Shiny Treasure EX that we opened before. Pretty much the same thing, just we're going to be able to read everything this time around. Unless you can read Japanese, then probably did just fine with our other one. But pretty standard ETB, as you could see by the back. It does come with a promo, 9 booster packs, some dice, counters, deck dividers, energies, sleeves, whole bunch of stuff. So we'll kind of go through this one real quick and showcase everything that's in here, and then we'll just get the packs from the other one. So hopefully my voice doesn't sound too bad and we're still able to go through this. So like any Elite Trainer box, we start off with hidden in the little sleeve there, our bathroom reading material. So this will just be kind of a detailed breakdown of everything that's in the set. These are fun to take a look at for what they're worth. But let's get on to the good parts here. So here we have our 9 booster packs. Let's see who the pack artwork is. So we've got Pikachu, Dondozo, Tinkaton, and Ceruledge. I believe that's all. Yep, that's all for the pack work. So some interesting choices there, but packs do look really good. We do have our code card here. Some sleeves, of course, featuring Mimikyu on it. Throw them off to the side. Our Mimikyu promo card. That is a really nice looking card. Yeah, it's actually one of the more peaceful artworks I feel that Mimikyu's gotten, at least in terms of like these full artistic artworks. I know that probably made no sense, but I feel like most of the time Mimikyu's either got something a little bit more somber or horror themed, which I'm cool with. But like I said, we do also get some counters here for being burned or poisoned, damage counters and a dice, some deck sleeves, or not deck sleeves, dividers, and of course a pack of basic energies. So now that we got all that stuff out of the way, we're going to go ahead and open this one here quick. So I am going to keep this one here mostly intact, so I can use this as kind of like a display piece in that for whenever we get our basement finished up. I do want to kind of go through and display a lot of the ETBs that I've collected over the years, so I do like to try and keep them in some form of nice order. But let's get our other Mimikyu promo out. And then for those that are interested, the code card as well. And then we're just going to sneak out our other 9 packs here. And that way we can save us the box, make it look like it's full and intact. And then we'll be able to display that later on. But we're going to get right into it. So for those of you that saw the Shiny Treasures EX box opening, this will pretty much be the same thing. Just like I said this time around, in that it'll be all in English. So we'll get right into it here. Of course, the big daddy that we are hoping to pull is the Shiny Charizard Illustrator Rare. I believe these should be just like most normal Scarlet and Violet packs. Let's get that camera focused up. There we go. And we'll get right into it here. So, Clobbopus, Varoom, Frigibass, Maschiff, Charmeleon, Ultra Ball, Primeape, Shiny Pineco. Okay, so we got 1 shiny so far. Markactus, and a Magmortar Holo. So this is going to be a very huge set. I don't know if I will go out of my way to complete it. I really don't complete too many sets. But this is one where I think I will get a lot of products from it, just because with it being such a big set, there's a very good chance that you're going to be able to get a lot of nice and interesting things. So, of course, though, we probably will, if we don't get the Illustrator Rare Charizard, that will probably be one I'll pick up as a single. Just that way I'm not playing the old child cardboard gambling game for too long in that and putting us in the poorhouse. But Noibat. And for those of you that don't know, so a lot of the idea behind this is I believe some of these cards might be new, but a lot of times what they do in some of these special sets is they'll kind of do like a best of. So it'll give you a chance to get some of the nicer cards that maybe you would have missed. Oh, and there we go, our first EX, a Paldean Clodsire. So I do actually really like Paldean Clodsire. It's not a bad Pokemon by any means. I think they actually did a really good job with that regional form. And let's see, getting into our 3rd pack here. But like I said, there's a bunch of nice stuff in here. It is one where I feel like you do get a decent amount of good stuff from it. So it does almost kind of encourage you to buy a lot more. But I do want to try and be smart about it. Magmar, Fido, Haunter, Scrafty, Whimsicott. Oh, we got something nice. Swoobat. Well, okay. Shiny Espathra EX. Very cool. Espathra does have a very nice shiny. It is one that I've been hoping to find at some point, but just haven't got around to hunting just yet. I will be honest, I am a little burnout anyways, just from going through and shiny hunting all the starters in the games. And then we got Reverse Holo Clive and a regular Holo Cyclozar. But yeah, it is. Espathra is one that I would like to get as a shiny in that, just to use kind of in raids or just to have in a box, really, to kind of show that I was able to get one. Because I feel like that's what a lot of the shinies that I have end up doing. I initially tell myself that, hey, I'm going to just have these ones take over the role of, the other level 100s I've raised. And then that never happens because there's so many different builds now you can do with Pokemon that I think it makes them interesting that you can, have a second one and have it play completely different. Fido, Haunter again, Swoobat, Gengar, Charmeleon, Graveyard, Noibat, and a full art Paldean student. So very cool. Doing pretty good so far. I did read somewhere online, now I don't know how much I always trust this, but they did say that it looked like for Paldean Fates you did have pretty good odds with opening the packs. I don't know how necessarily true that is, but it would be cool if they did give these a little bit of a higher hit rate. So our code card here. We have a Mime Jr., Noibat, followed by Chimecho, Ghastly, Gengar, Winkalone, Artisan, a shiny Wigglytuff, Woobat, and then, since you can see it, a holo Professor's Research. So not too bad. Another shiny for us. Interesting that so far Spathra has been the only shiny Paldean Pokemon we've got. I can't remember, so feel free to correct me in the comments, but I felt like a lot of the excuse me, shiny treasure, or I'm sorry, not shiny, Shining Fates, felt like a lot of that primarily focused on Galarian Pokemon. So there we go. Code card. Oops. Cottony. Markactus. Gimmighoul. Scraggy. Winkalone. Camerupt. Moonlit Hill. Paldean Wooper. Reverse Holo Fido, and Heat Rotom as our holo. So, I might be wrong, and granted, the Japanese boxes only come with 10 packs, but it does seem like we are getting some different stuff, so I might actually have to look that up later to see how much of this is actually in common with the Japanese counterpart. Either way, still pretty cool. Code card. I will say, I think one of the things that Japan does a little bit better that I would like to see potentially Pokemon do in the future is they do just regular booster boxes of some of these special sets, which I do think it would be cool if they would do that in English as well. Totally understand that these are meant to be more specialized sets, so that would probably take away a little bit from it. But, a lot of times that does mean you end up buying a lot of ETBs, everything like that. And sometimes I feel like just being able to get a regular booster pack of this would be really nice. I do know that there have been some people in that, like on Amazon and other various marketplaces, that will essentially sell you not ETBs, but booster boxes of this, but I never know how much I trust that. Somebody kind of going through and, hand-picking 36 packs to send. Because scaling and weighing, I believe, is still a thing. Paldean Wooper, Graveyard, Charcadet, Donphan, Atticus, Mousehold, Reverse Holo Paldean Student. There we go. We got a gallery full art here. Palmy, very cool. And then Reverum in the background. But that is a really beautiful card. And Palmy, I think, is actually one of the better shinies from the game, at least in my opinion. Normally, I'm not a big fan of pink shinies. However, I think they did Palmy's just right. And I'm sure, as you probably heard me say in other videos, the black shinies do tend to be my favorite, just because black is my favorite color, and I feel like it meshes well with a lot of other colors. So I don't feel like there's any really terrible black shinies. But a lot of times, as long as there's a noticeable enough difference, I'm okay with a shiny. But it's some of the ones where it's, very, very minor, and you can't really tell that it's shiny, that those are the ones I tend really not to care for a whole lot. So kind of like Mousehold, actually. Speak of the devil. I believe it's shiny. There's like barely anything noticeable about it. Shiny Pachirisu, the world champ. And then, since we kind of already saw it, Cottony and Armor Rouge. For our holo, that is. So that finishes up one of our ETBs there. Again, there's our shiny Pachirisu. And then we just have a standard holo Armor Rouge there. So we're going to move into our next set. So overall, we're not doing too bad here. But we'll get into our last 9 packs over here. Our code card. So we have a Charmander. I think it's actually the first time seeing him so far. We've seen Charmeleon a few times. Rare Candy. Frigibax. Pineco. Nemona's Backpack. Nest Ball. Lantern. Whimsicott. Varoom, and Golden Go holo. We'll just keep going right through. So I don't know if we've hit the point yet where there's been a whole lot of repeats for the average card in there. I know there are some we've been seeing more than others, but it looks like there's still some stuff hidden around. Code card. But we've got a, excuse me, Toad School. Thank you guys for tolerating my coughing during this video. I promise if it ever gets too bad, we'll just pause it and do one of those poverty edits. Dedenne, Whimsicott, Atticus, Donphan, Nemona, Cottony, and Professor's Research. So nothing big out of these packs here just yet. So hopefully that means we're going to be saving all the good stuff for the end. And let's see, let's get to the code card here. Just have fun with that one. Marcactus, Paldean Student, Chinchou, Pineco, Whimsicott, Scrafty, looks like he's just chilling out in Harlem, Corlia, yeah, Korea. Okay, there we go. Capsicid, shiny, Paldean Student, and Cerulege. It was called Kirlia there, Korea. Let's just move some of these off to the side there. There we go. We have a little bit more room to work with here. So we're about halfway through almost with this ETB. And what do we got? So we've got normal code card, and we'll start off with Noibat. So actually I do think we've kind of hit a lot of the commons and uncommons right now. Ghastly. Whoops. Paldean Student, Electric Generator, Grapple-Locked, and we do have something in there. Iono, Shiny Wigglytuff EX, and yep, we did. We got the regular form of that as well. So another Shiny EX, Fido, and a regular Holo Armarouge. We're not doing too bad. Kind of surprised that we managed to get the full art of that. But like I said, not really seeing a whole lot of the Paldean shinies. Then there's our code card. And we've got Pikachu, Phanpy, Lapras, Toadstool, Nestball, Gengar, Swoobat, another Gengar, Chimecho, and another Heat Rotom. Okay. I don't know if any of the other Rotom forms are in here. We'll be honest though, when it does come to Rotom, my favorite form is actually kind of its base form. I do think it's cool that it changes forms and types based on various appliances. I do think that is kind of cool. But just the regular Rotom form to me has always been cool enough. Woobat, Iono, Electric Generator, Charmeleon, come on, let's see your dad somewhere in here. Oricoro, very cool. It looks like, yep, oh, I guess the card says it's the fire version of it, but that is a really good looking shiny. Again, that black and red just blends together so well. Fido, and another Professor's Research to end all. Coming down now to our last 3 packs. Lapras, Toadstool, Lechonk, Charcadet, Iono, Camerupt, Electric Generator. There we go. Glimmora EX. Glimmora was one of my favorites out of Paldea. Still have it on my team. I know it's not anything too great, but I do love Glimmora. And that's such a beautiful looking shiny. And then just some regular stuff at the end there. Kind of skip through that since we've seen a lot of it. That is really nice. So hopefully at least we can still get at least one more hit. We've got 2 packs left here. Scraggy, Gimmighoul, Magmar, Nimona, Technical Machine Crisis Punch, followed up by Grapple-Lock, Kilowattrel, Chimecho, Maschiff, and Toadscroll EX. And before we get on to our last pack here, featuring, of course, the main man himself, Pikachu, if you all could, please do that dirty trifecta of like, commenting, and subscribing. It is a sacrifice in that to the algorithm gods that does help us out over here. But as always, I want to say thank you to everyone for watching. And especially with putting up with my voice. So far, it seems to have held together pretty well. But thankfully, we were able to take I don't want to say a bunch of cough drops, within safe ranges, of course, and some other medicine, and the voice has been holding up at least somewhat. Charmeleon, let's see your dad in this pack. Grappalot, First Hollow Professor's Research, Lechonk, and a full art Clive. Okay, not a bad way to end it. And of course, behind it we have a regular Steel Energy, but who cares about that? We got the man himself, Clive. He is up there as one of the best characters in the Scarlet and Violet games. And he does have a pretty interesting team to battle against. And for me, he kind of caught me off guard. It was always kind of weird that he was the lead up to battling Penny, since all she has is evolutions. Clive's team, I felt, was a little bit more interesting. Kind of took me a little off guard the first time. But yeah, so that's everything so far that we've gotten through Paldean Fates. You know, we are going to be doing some more videos down the road here, featuring this set pretty heavily. Like I said, we are going to be trying to chase after the main man himself, the Illustrator Rare Charizard. But as always, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good week, and we'll catch you next time.